I'm surprised that there are some who they claim that they're not Madkhalis, but they are trying to say, oh, well, we shouldn't be speaking ill of Rabi ibn Hadi al-Madkhali. Yeah, he had some mistakes. May Allah forgive him. And this kind of... So, okay, I understand Madkhali saying this, but if you're not a Madkhali, why are you talking like this? Why are you talking? This is coming from people who they don't understand the depth of deviance and the crime, the betrayal of the ummah that this person engaged in. His whole life, he never repented from this. And he was there at the top echelon, at the elite of the religious institutions of Saudi Arabia. Meanwhile, the Saudi authorities are jailing scholars, jailing them for criticizing their policies, criticizing the collaboration between the Saudi government and the United States, criticizing normalization with Israel that some other countries in the Gulf, like the UAE, has engaged in, criticizing the liberalization of Saudi Arabia with Vision 2030 and these kinds of Christmas celebrations, Halloween celebrations, Shakira concerts that have been happening increasingly. Scholars who criticize that, they get locked up. Does al-Madkhali have a problem with any of this? No. In fact, the position of the Madkhali movement is that these people, these scholars or imams or lay people who criticize the Muslim ruler, they're Khawarij. They are Khariji terrorists. And the government is authorized to liquidate them, to eliminate them. Not just imprison them. The government is authorized to kill them. They should be killed. This is the position of the Madkhalis. And their position is that the good scholars who are upon the Quran and Sunnah, they have to be agents for the government, and they must report any kind of Muslim, imam or student who is criticizing the government. They should be reported to the secret police so that they can be disappeared or that they can be killed. This is what they are preaching and advocating very proudly. And I'll share you the clips of this as well. So can you imagine? Like, it's when people hear these things, they think I'm exaggerating, or they think that, oh, well, Daniel is just making stuff up. But this is what Madkhalism is. And I have to emphasize now, more than ever, that this is a branch of Wahhabism. This is a branch of Wahhabism because if you watched our documentary, you know that the founder of Wahhabism, Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, was the biggest Madkhali. Was the biggest Madkhali in the sense that he allied with Ibn Saud in the 18th century, allied with him and gave him religious legitimization to conduct war, to invade, to raid the other Muslims in the Najd and then later in the rest of the Arabian Peninsula. He gave him religious legitimization, Islamic legitimization. Why? Because Ibn Abdul Wahhab mass takfired the Muslims. And he said, no one understands Tawheed except me and my followers. Therefore, all these other so-called Muslims, they're kuffar. And in order to spread Tawheed, we have to wage jihad against them. He gave Ibn Saud that religious legitimization to legitimate, to authorize the conquests, the jihad, the raiding, the looting of Ibn Saud against his political opponents. And that's the core of Wahhabism. It's using Islam, using this supposed concern with Tawheed and Aqidah, using that for political purposes. So Ibn Abdul Wahhab is the original Madkhali. He is the head of Madkhalism. And Rabi ibn Hadi al-Madkhali, he just drew out the obvious implications into this movement that was, again, created by who? Saudi Arabia. The descendants of the same Ibn Saud who was allied with and working hand in hand with Ibn Abdul Wahhab.